Cut in scale, guys. Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are back with more Season of the Wish content. Yep, we are here with the brand new seasonal weapons. Of course, you can obtain by doing the seasonal kind of activities. And the one we're going to be looking at today is going to be a really actually interesting one, which is the scatter signal fusion rifle. Now, of course, how you will get this is by doing the seasonal kind of activities. You can get them from Riven or whatever. And they will be craftable too. Now, I obviously haven't got all the patterns yet, but they will be craftable because they are seasonal. So if you want, you can use your harmonizers or whatever. But this weapon is really interesting because it is the very first strand fusion rifle that is rapid fire frame. So we've had the Nox Perennial and we've had the Iron Banner one, the pressurized fusion rifle that were strand. That was adaptive and of course high impact. Now we finally have the freaking rapid fire framed ones, which a lot of people love because, like, you can think this is basically like no composure built into a strand weapon. But fusions that a strand can honestly go in really well. And this does have a ton of really dope ass rolls for PvE. So you can see them on the screen. You can get things for PvE that are going to be insane. Like, of course, the you've got overflow, which will go really well with control burst because you can just spam the shots out, which would be really dope. It has that construct one, which we haven't really seen too much use out of it, but we don't know with new dungeons or raids if there'll be constructs to shoot. It does have the hatch thing and everything because it is stranded. Of course, has the Adagio 2, which I have in this role for PvP. It's got some really nice rolls. Obviously, Kickstart's on it as well, but Kickstart actually got nerfed before the season. It's not as good as it used to be. But the scatter signal itself, this is a really interesting one because, as I said, it's a rapid fire strand weapon, so it goes in that top slot. And PvE, yeah, overflow freaking control burst is gonna be dope. But yeah, overall, scatter signal, it should be a banger. It does, of course, have the Dragon's Vengeance Argent trait, which actually can do pretty well PvP if you want, if your teammate dies or whatever. But we're going to showcase it in both. We're going to go to PvP first and then some PvE. So without further ado, let's go in with the scatter signal fusion rifle. Alrighty, so we're going to be doing the PvP side of things, of course, on the Cathedral of Dust with the little fusion rifle that could. And you can see, it's actually not a bad fusion. We have the Adagio going now. Oh, we actually don't because it switched. But Adagio can actually be pretty nice on this fusion and everything. And it's not a badass fusion rifle if you catch them up close and whatnot. I will definitely say, though, main ingredients and everything will be my jam more so because they're a little bit more consistent than anything else. Buddy, oh, I'm so dead. I hit a body shot, so I just lose. But yeah, if I was going to go in with a fusion rifle and everything, I'd more so go in with things like, as I said, this guy's AFK, right? Man, Cathedral just is such a big map for, oh my god, he is AFK. Such a big ass map for Rumble, Bungie. Why are we playing on this map for Rumble? But yeah, the scatter signal itself, I would suggest if you're going to use a fusion rifle, you're going to probably go in with more, kind of more long range, the ones you kind of use or whatnot. And how do I not hit him at all? Oh my god, buddy, good kill. And we're healing. Oh, it's shotgun. It's a freaking shotgun Titan. Look at that range. But yeah, other fusion rifles, I just think are better PvP. Like, don't get me wrong, rapid fire frames, they can do well, and you can still go in with like Cartesian and no composure and everything. But there's a reason you don't really see them that often, and it's because they're a little bit inconsistent. Like, you can get damage going and you can hit your shots or whatnot, but you'll see, oh my god, I whiffed that completely. But you can see range wise, you're not going to hit people. Even the damage at range is going to be lower too. Charge time is of course great, but even so, precision for our main ingredient, precision frames, even like the adaptives like plug one and everything, they're just way better at one-shotting. And if you're going to use a weapon to one-shot and it has a charge time like this, you're gonna want something that actually like kills pretty quickly, and that's Shirai's with freaking kill clip. All right, a couple of muchachos here though. We'll get the alley-oop. Oh, boys, guys, stop running away on me. There we go. And there's the kill. At least half HP. There should be a dodgy kill clip here now, and of course you're gonna dip like that on me. My good god, and he's gonna keep on freaking side. Buddy, stop jiggle peeking. It's freaking Rumble. Just fight like normal. Come on. God damn. Give me the kill. My good god, my man's still sitting there with his Torn hiding in the corner. Yo, bro, if you could just, like, you know, challenge somebody, that would be freaking nice. He's definitely gonna shotgun me in a sec. Oh, we got him now, though, and screw you, buddy, hiding in a freaking corner. Man's legit treating this like it's a freaking, what's it called, a tourney mode. Oh, there's the freaking body shot. Oh my god, boys. We all agree just to fight. Oh, in 1v1, stop coming up my ass. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Oh, get me out. Oh, get me out. It's gonna be here though. No! I hit the body shot. But that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the consistency and everything like that. I mean, main ingredient might have hit market there. I didn't no scope, so maybe I didn't get the full stability or whatever, but it's just the inconsistencies of rapid fire frames. So they can do well, especially with the right rolls. You can see I do have, of course, the what's it called? There's a guy with a freaking wish ender here. No! Freaking wish ender. You can do well, of course, if you have the right rolls, perpetual, maybe even like Kickstart or whatever, but Even with that extra stability, it's just not going to be tap the trigger or whatever on other fusion rifles. So yeah, well, I was going to use a freaking fusion. Is this guy the AFK dude again? Yep, it is. Give me that freaking kill. Oh, I didn't even see him get hit by my thing. He didn't get vaporized. But yeah, rapid-fire frames for me is just, it's all about the consistency. Like, you can see you can nail, but there is a chance I miss one bolt there and all of a sudden, he is above me with a freaking grenade launcher. There is a chance I miss a shot there and all of a sudden I'm just not killing them. Where the precision frames have less bolts, but they just hit like an absolute truck. So yeah, it is all kind of just personal preference, but for the most part, I will definitely say that I'd rather go with main ingredient. I think main ingredient will do way more work for you. Now there's a dude here. I think this is the AK dude. There's the kill. Got to dodge, yo boys. Let me get the damage going. Where he's at? No one's here. Why is it always a freaking big ass map? When I have a dodge, which is a timer, I'm on a map where I legit have 100 miles between me and the last freaking enemy. Now that's a bubble titan. But yeah, that is gonna of course be the game. SMG Titan of course just decided to go ham because yep, that's freaking the fun part of Rumble and everything. But I will say that the scatter signal is not bad PvP, and I do think that rapid fire frames they definitely have a place, but it's just at the moment there's other better ones to kind of go in with, and you want consistency over everything else, guys. So even with a god roll, it's still not going to be as consistent as your precision instrument or your precision freaking framed, and obviously your adaptives too. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things, of course, with the little scatter signal. And I will definitely say this is where you're going to see the best effects, especially with a good roll. Now, I do have Encore and, of course, Control Burst on this. Control Burst is kind of what you're going to be looking for. But if you shoot that, thank you. Control Burst is what you're going to be looking for because you can see the damage does ramp up and you get faster charge times to everything PvE, which is going to be really nice. But the main reason you want to be using this as well PvE is because it's probably one of the best fusions at the moment for PvE in terms of rolls. So you can go for overflow control, which is just insane in terms of the amount of bullets you get and obviously the damage. You can go for the new Sever perk as well, which honestly can be really insane PvE because it decreases enemy damage, and also what's called Severing can be really dope, especially with the new artifact mods with Radiant to do more damage to strand debuffed enemies. There's a ton of reasons to use this in PvE right now, and this is why I'm definitely saying that it's going to be better PvE, more so than anywhere else. But I think that that is why you want to get this. It's craftable too, so I understand people will say that, oh, there is other fusions that can kind of go in with that, like a depth, like obviously you've got the, what was it, loaded question. You can get the loaded question adept, which would be nice. I'm not denying that. Obviously, you can go in. And then there is other ones like Plug 1 as well. But loaded question isn't craftable. And being able to craft and get enhanced perks is just going to make this one of the best fusion rifles in PvE at the moment. As I said, get the right builds going with this, with tangles or whatnot. I legit cannot see this being anything better, worse than the freaking best fusion in PvE right now. So that is why I would definitely start suggesting for people who like their fusions PvE, or if you just want a good DPS one, this is one to kind of go in with, especially because it is a rapid fire frame too, meaning that you can unload DPS so freaking fast. Loaded question's great because of damage, but it definitely is a bit slower compared to this weapon, because obviously this is rapid fire frame. So yeah, I would definitely be saying to people, get your hands on this weapon for PvE because it's going to go in. But yeah, as I said, it's just really good in terms of making the tangles and everything too. So if you want to go in with a good kind of strand build, you can see I'm using a good strand build with my Warlock. You can go in with Banner of War, which obviously is just like everything PvE right now. So there's a ton of reasons I would use. And as I said, rapid fire frames in PvE, they actually do a ton of damage too. They're not exactly like, I'd say, endgame masterpieces, but when you get the control burst kind of going on it, you can see a nice strand build. We got woven mail and everything because the Titan's using it. It can definitely just go in so freaking well. That's why I would definitely suggest that you get this for PvE. Get some crafting going on it. Get some, what's called good perks, whatever. This is probably one of the best PvE weapons that you can probably get from this season. I'm telling you, this thing will just go in so ham. The only one that's kind of comparable fusion rifle wise that's strand will be the Nox Perennial, which is complete RNG because it's a world freaking drop. So in that sense as well, it's definitely going to be worth more so getting trying to get your hands on the crafted version of this, because I'm telling you, it will go in so ham for you. And there's so many enemies here, guys. Get his ass before we get screeched to freaking death. And there's a Sever going in. I said Severing is just so freaking good. At the moment, my biggest freaking problem is legit just ammo. I can't freaking get any now. Oh, mama, there's so many enemies here. Get the boys. Get my freaking turrets going. Go, boys, go. Oh, I love my little worms so freaking much. But yeah, as I said, in a good strong build, you will definitely see the kind of benefits of this weapon. It will do absolute freaking work for you. Get a good, what's called, kind of build going with it. Even if you want to use the new freaking bow as well, which can turn strand from dodging or whatnot. As I said, it is just that good. This is probably the best fusion rifle for PvE in the game right now. I know, as I said, it's competition, don't get me wrong. Protesium with Warpole as well is going to be great, but I just think that with the with strand builds being like the meta right now, and with the sort of strand perks you can get on this, it's 100% going to be worth getting a roll or freaking even just crafting out, because it will just go in. You can see you get the control burst going, the damage just ramps up so fast, and the RPM of this, because it's as I said, a rapid fire frame, it will start to do absolute work for you. So yeah, PvE, this thing's goated. I mean, not many of the new seasonal weapons I'm like, oh my god, it's so good PvE, but this is definitely one I will be suggesting people to pick up, because it is just that freaking good. Alright, you found the kind of boss time with this weapon. Here's where you're going to see the damage and everything. I hit a guy's shield there, so he tanked like all of it. But you can see against the kind of mini bosses and everything too, it will do some really sweet damage. As I said, I'm just kind of running ammo a lot here because I'm getting fortunate. I don't have the right build on for it really, but I think that if you get the right build and whatnot kind of going with it, you kind of have a lot of people running like special ammo finders and whatnot. You will just definitely have an absolute ball with this sort of weapon. I just think that as far as fusions go, it's one of the best to kind of go in with, so I would definitely be telling people to kind of get your hands on this, because it's going to go ham for you. I think that, as I said, compared to other fusion rifles in the game at the moment, this is definitely up there with being one of the best in PvE, just in terms of damage and overall just like survivability, because the RPM on it is just like, it's so good. Rapid fire frames, it shoots so freaking quickly. And especially with control burst, one shot and all of a sudden you are amping up that freaking, what's it called, charge time. So yeah, PvE, I legit cannot say more than just get this as quick as you can. Crafting obviously is going to be better, but if you get a good roll, definitely try it out, because it will do absolute work. You see, this is separate with my freaking build, and then we get a freaking thing going. But yeah, definitely give it a shot, PvE, because it will do absolute work for you. But we're just going to finish this guy off because this is back. And there we go. Get the control burst going. And there's the extra damage. As I said, it's just so nice PvE. It's legit one of the best fusions in the game right now, if not the best for PvE. Well, that is it for me, and of course the scatter signal fusion rifle itself. As I said, for me this is probably one of the most interesting ones in terms of PvE. That's from the seasonal weapons as well. It is fitting that we have another kind of rapid fire frame that can just go absolutely ham PvE, but I'm telling you, with the right roll, this thing could be cracked out. As I said, there is that sever prick that you can get in this middle straight slot instead of encore. Encore obviously isn't that great, but this is the roll I got. Of course, control burst though, this is the best one to get for it in terms of damage and everything. Just hit your shots and all of a sudden you're doing amped up damage with better charge time and everything. I think it's better than reservoir burst just because you don't need a full magazine, you don't have to cater to it, and then obviously overflow with it will be just like cracked out because you just have a massive mag. You also have control burst going, so you can definitely just DPS so fast with this thing. I'm telling you right now, PvE, this is just an absolute dream, especially with as I said, some seasonal mods that make you, when you're radiant, you do an extra bit of damage. So if you go to seasonal mods, when you sever things, so yeah, you'll see here, while radiant, deal increased weapon damage to combatants affected by strand and stasis debuffs. If you get the strand sort of a severing perk on the weapon whilst you're radiant, well, like I don't know, soda melee, you can make them, of course, what's it called, become severed, which is a strand debuff, meaning that you do increased damage again, and they're doing less damage, and then you're doing increased damage to debuff, of course, of control burst. It all works together, guys. As I said, this can go in really well in a couple of builds. As I said, grenade launchers and no waveforms are doing really well right now because of the new mods or whatever, but I just think that in the right freaking build, you kind of get going. You will definitely do work with this weapon. I think this is one of the best fusions in the game in terms of PvE right now, and it's definitely going to be worth crafting out. PvP, as I said, it's a little bit hit or miss. I don't really like rapid fire frames because they're a bit too inconsistent. I love the charge time on them, and they can wreck out if you get like a decent roll, but I will say that they kind of frustrate me because they're very inconsistent. Whereas at least if I use a main ingredient or something, I know if I get unlucky, or I whiff, I might not hit the full shot or whatever, but I can at least stay far away. If you kind of hit them and you don't fully kill them, you're going to be in a range where you're going to get absolutely blasted. So I will definitely say PvP, this is like a hit or miss for me, but I will say PvE, this is absolutely god tier for it. So yeah, I would definitely be on the grind for a crafted version for that reason. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like, add me some more content, subscribe, and fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.